Hello and welcome to another episode of Spirit Seeking with Pratik on Sound Health Solution. And today we are going to speak about little ones in our life. When a person is a child, that is the time when his or her mind is very moldable. You can turn it into any direction whatsoever, any direction that you want, or any direction the environment causes it to move onto. These years are very crucial years, and there are certain things, there are certain parameters that you as an elder or you as a parent should be able to look after. We'll be discussing about some of these in this episode. Let's go right ahead. The first and the foremost thing is that one has to be present for children. Any kind of child, especially any kind of child under 18, you have to be present for them. You have to understand, you have to see the world from their point of view. You'll have to try and understand the world from their shoes. This is the time when many new things are happening in their life. They are getting to experience a lot of new things. They are getting to see new things. They are getting to smell new things. They are getting to hear new things. They are learning to speak new things. Most importantly, they are learning to feel certain things, feelings that they have not felt before. This is the time when they feel adapted, when they feel like they belong, or when they feel like they do not belong. This is the time when they relate to other people, when they relate to environment, when they relate to their passion, their interest, their hobbies, right? So you have to be present for these kind of moments throughout these period, throughout these years. Now, what do I mean by being patient? The most important thing, the most particular way in which you can be present for your little ones is to listen to them. Many a times we are so busy in our own life and our own household that we tend to neglect, that we tend to ignore whatever they are trying to share, whatever they're trying to feel, whatever they're trying to understand. We either shove it away or we make something up, something very short, and tell them to keep their mouth shut. No, that is absolutely wrong. This is the time when you're supposed to listen to the child. Listen to and hear what they are saying, because whatever their words tell you are the things going on in their mind. That is how their mind is being shaped up, right? So listen to them. They might be speaking about a new toy that they got. They might be speaking about a new game that they played. They might be speaking about the friends in their school, how their different friends are in their school, the personality of their teachers, how they respond to their education, different subjects, right? So the first thing is to listen. Now, along with listening, whatever they have to say, you also need to validate their feelings and their emotions and their words. This falls in active listening. In passive listening, you just listen for the sake of listening. You hear whatever they have to say and then you throw it out of the other ear, right? Whereas in active listening, you have to hear, render it, process it, keep it inside, and come back with an appropriate response. There might be certain negative experiences that he or she, the child, might be feeling. You need to console them in that situation. They might be taking on to a bad direction, a wrong direction, right? That's when you need to process it, understand it, know what is good for this child and what is not good for this child, respond accordingly in order to bring them to the right track, right? You need to validate their feelings, as in when they are telling you about a certain incident, what you can do is listen to them completely and then respond with a similar incident that happened to you, right? That's when they know that you are interested, and that's when they are able to go deeper into the subject. If you start shoving them just at the beginning, they're unable to dive deeper into the subject and hence analyze things critically, assimilate things in their lives, right? But if you listen to them, respond to them appropriately, they'll be more excited about the topic, they'll be more interested about the topic, they'll speak more about the topic, they'll be more curious about the topic, and hence they'll read the topic more, they'll study the topic more, they'll understand the topic more. Another thing that one needs to be aware of when dealing with children is, as adults, you need to tell the truth. Even if the truth means the phrase, "I do not know." This tradition has been going on since time immemorial, when an adult is always deemed more knowledgeable and more wise than children. But that might not be the case all the time, right? There's a simple story about that. There was a child who asked his father, Father, is it true that all fathers are more intelligent and wiser than their children?" The father said, "Of course, they are more intelligent and wiser than their children because they have more experience. We were born before you." And then the child asks, "Why didn't Columbus's father discover America? Why was it Columbus?" That's when the father was speechless. So it's not the case all the time. Even they might have insightful things to tell us. If anything, it's children who emerge with new ideas for a better society, for a newer society, right? So you need to tell the truth about everything. When a baby asks you, "How are children born?" don't go and tell him that bees sting the mother and then that's how the children are born. Tell them that you'll tell them when they're old enough, right? Or certain appropriate answers like that. Not shoving them ever. If they ask you, "How tall is Mount Everest?" and you don't know, just simply say, "I do not know." Maybe you can look it up, or maybe you can ask them to look it up. It engages them in active exploration of facts and figures. Now, as adults, adult siblings or parents, if you want your younger ones to be shaped up in a certain way, do not tell them to do certain things. For example, do not just tell children to read books or to study maths, right? When you do that, what they learn is the ability, is the tendency to tell other people to do things just like you told them, right? Instead, rather, you yourself sit with a book. They'll see that behavior and they will copy that behavior. That's what children are great at, copying behavior of whoever's around them, adapting to the environment by copying the people around them. So read a book. You yourself read a book. If you want them to meditate, you yourself meditate. Sit down and meditate, right? If you want them to participate in sports, you need to take the initiative and make them participate in sports, right? So these were some of the ways in which you could deal with children. We'll come up with more ways in our next video to come. Until then, stay tuned to us. Subscribe to us if you like Sound Health Solution, and share this video to whoever you think might need it. Let's build a community of happy, new age, fresh human beings. Until next time.